You'd expect a police officer to protect you and make you feel safe, but this wasn't the case for Joseph James DeAngelo, also known as the Golden State Killer, who killed and raped dozens of victims. He was already in her room when she woke up at night. He had a ski mask that covered his face. Henneman stated that he leaped onto her while she was still laying on her bed. He had a knife in his hand. Whilst in California, there were many more victims who were raped repeatedly by James and killed afterwards. During the period of 1976 and 1979, James was also known as the East Area Rapist. When he left his victims alive, James would wait a few months to call them to their homes and would threaten them. Investigators reduced the family tree they created and found him. After 40 years, they finally found Joseph James DeAngelo. They hunted him down and followed him. Police rushed into a bin after James had thrown a tissue that had samples of his DNA. This was enough for police to match that DNA to the DNA police had collected from his old crime scenes. Joseph James DeAngelo was found guilty for 13 first-degree murders, 50 rapes, 13 counts of kidnapping and break-ins relating to rape. He was sentenced to life in prison with no parole. Whilst James was in court, he got up off of his wheelchair and said this.
I've listened to all your statements, each one of them. And I'm truly sorry to everyone I've hurt.
And he committed various criminal acts and illegal things when he was younger. He killed defenseless animals. Was this a sign of him shouting for help in a way? If he would have gotten help, would he have turned out different?
I definitely believe it was a case of shouting for help, but by the time he was murdering innocent animals and committing these crimes, it's already past the point of just getting help. It becomes like an urgent necessity, not I might need to go to therapy, I might not, you know?
Yeah,
he needed help a long time before the act started to prevent him getting to that stage in the first place. I would say that if he had support from correct surrounding environments, like his family, healthcare systems, friends, it could have helped. But to be honest, in a lot of cases, people with psychopathic personalities tend to cover up quite well everything they do, making it quite impossible to figure out the type of person they are for years. I mean, in his case, you can see that he committed these acts for years from a very young age and didn't get caught until he was in his late 70s. He also shows no remorse or nerves around questioning on the cases, talking about what he's done, and his police career did help towards this.